Hello, hello, Facebook world. Alexa, set my timer to 11 minutes.
11 minutes, starting now.
That's the timer for the pasta that I am making for my son's lunch. And I'll make sure that that is the absolute maximum amount of time of this video. But I wanted to just hop on here while I cooked lunch for my son with what little voice I have left, and let you guys just know some of my thoughts and reflections on just the amazing work that God and our community did yesterday. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to all of those that were a part of it, everybody that showed up, all those that wanted to, had intended to, but for whatever other reasons, maybe beyond their control, weren't able to. I know your prayers from wherever you were absolutely felt, and you guys, I believe, y'all, our prayers, like, we shook heaven, and God is listening, and He's responding more and more and more. So, some of my thoughts. I wanted to give you guys a more, maybe a little bit more in-depth understanding of kind of how those things came about. I know a lot of people that were there weren't even really able to hear my voice, but hopefully you've been able to go back and see the live stream and hear about kind of the heart behind the entire Kneel for 9 thing. I won't go into all that again right now, but actually you can go to unshacklednetwork.org/kneel for 9. Spell out the word 9, and you'll actually see the live stream there, as well as an awesome video that I think it's Mindflix. It's a media company that was out there, also decided to put together from that event. But one of the things I wanted to really share about the gathering yesterday was one of the ways that really blew me away, or one of the things that really blew me away, was just the way that something like that came together. It wasn't a thing where I was sitting down like trying to find a way to make an impact. The Lord was stirring in my heart a lot in the past week, breaking my heart for what's been going on, not even just the past week, but for years, and not knowing how I was to respond. And then I'm like listening to Stride Toward Freedom, Martin Luther King's first book, as he's talking about the Montgomery bus boycott, and I'm like just being inspired. And then a friend sends me information about this Kneel for 9 event, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I saw that they had ones going on all over the place where they are praying and coming together and kneeling for 9 minutes in honor of George Floyd, as well as so many other black and brown bodies that have been killed unjustly. So I was like, wow, this sounds like a really amazing thing to try to be a part of. So I was going to just go to do one, be a part of one out in Zion. And then my daughter was like, why don't we just do one here? So I started trying to get one together. And when I say trying to get one together, I thought it was just going to be me, handful of guys from my church staff. Unshackled Network is a network of house churches, and our small little staff, we were talking about it, and most of the guys actually had other stuff they had to do. So I was like, well, I don't even know if this is going to be a thing, but I was like, okay, you know what? Let's pick a spot. We drove around, we found this bridge. Like, it felt like the right place, us being bridge builders. And my daughter and I had been talking about the exhausting but necessary work of being a bridge builder, specifically between so many communities hurting. So we decided on that spot. She made the flyer. I decided to just make a video similar to this, and quickly get it out there. And people were sharing it and responding. And before you know it, the next day's here. Hello, my son is waiting for his pasta. What's up, buddy? This little guy here, I'll tell you, this little guy here is one of the big inspirations. I don't know if you can really see him. My wife would kill me if I showed you the whole house. But my son's 7-year-old black child on the autism spectrum. And y'all, from a real, practical standpoint, if we don't do something, he's a guy that goes from being cute to being a threat in the eyes of too many. And he's nonverbal. and doesn't really understand much. So I don't want to get emotional, but I often fear for him. So things like that are part of the reason why the Lord was breaking my heart to really be a part of doing something. But I don't want to make this too long. Like I said, this video is only going to be as long as it's going to take me to finish boiling this pasta. And I got Alexa doing a timer here. So one of the things I wanted to make sure to express from one of the reflections of this is when we first got out of our car getting ready to go down to the bridge, we had a moment like where my daughter was really getting emotional, and you guys, she was really struggling going into this gathering. She's been bombarded with so much hurt and pain from the Black community, and being afraid. I mean, earlier this week, or actually late last week, when the doorbell rang, she started crying because she was just terrified, and like the sense of not even feeling safe in her own home. So it was really on her heart to like, okay, let's be a part of doing something. But as we're getting ready to go, like, she was conflicted and not even sure if she wanted to be a part of it, didn't know what she wanted to do, but she decided to press on. So we stopped and we prayed, and when we finished the prayer, actually I looked up and I saw a few police officers at the edge of the parking lots as we were going to make our way down to the bridge. And sadly, but like it's true for so many Black brothers and sisters, like my first thought wasn't a good one. My first thought was fear and anxiety and like, uh-oh, what's about to happen? Like, what's going to go down here? This could go one of any number of ways. And as we continued to walk, I said, hey, how's it going? Hello. And they introduced themselves, asked who I was. Was I Armand? I'm like, yeah, wow. I was like blown away that they even knew my name. I didn't tell them we were coming. I didn't, let anybody know that we were doing anything because it was so fast. And they're like, actually, we're here to support. We want to, make sure that you guys are protected. We want to make sure that you guys are safe. They popped open their hood. They had 2 coolers of ice cold water to make sure everybody stay hydrated. They talked about like the best path down towards the bridge because there were high grass over here, and they're like, it's tick season. I'd recommend you guys walk down that way. They're telling us about how they had a perimeter set up of different police cars to make sure that no one was trying to do anything violent to keep us in our safe, environment. Like I was really blown away. And then he ended with something that like, sadly, I've never really heard by any of the law enforcement that I've been engaged with, but it was really like a genuine, heartfelt sense of like, we want to help you. How can we help you? And like, y'all, these guys were demonstrating that, there are plenty of officers who want to serve and protect. And sadly, there are others who don't have that same heart, that really do damage to the badge. And I think part of what we're trying to do is really continue to bring awareness on the fact that there's good guys and there's bad guys. And like the good guys, part of them being those good officers of the law needs to continue to be them standing up in the face of those that are doing it the wrong way. And at the same time, there's a system that needs to be addressed. Like good, we're gonna get into this in another later video, but like there's a lot of in-depth thought and conversation we need to have around the difference between good people and good systems, and the interaction between those two, and the impact a system has on the people in it, and how they thrive, survive, or are removed from it. But I'm not going to get into that right now. So, like I said, I only got a few more minutes with this pasta. Alexa, how much time do I have left?
You have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
11 minutes left.
Wow. Okay. So, here's what I want to say. When we got out there, the outpouring of love was really amazing and such a overwhelming experience. The thing that I was immediately struck by was that most of the people that I was seeing out there, I didn't know. Like, they weren't connected to me. Someone invited them. Somehow they saw it on someone's page, and within 24 hours they decided, I'm going to respond. I want to be a part of this. I want to stand up and also kneel for this cause. So thank you for all you guys who did that, and thank you for, like, real talk, the white community in Lake County. Y'all showed up, right? And now the work continues. So beyond being there and being present in that moment, take that momentum to our homes, into our places of business, into those tough conversations where you've got your uncle or your cousin or your coworker who's doing and saying things that you know are wrong and go against what you know is right. So as we have those moments where we are engaging with people in whatever system we're a part of that are acting in a way that we know is contrary to the God that we follow, or if you're not even a Christian, contrary to what you know to be right. Like, that's where we need to stand up. That's where we need to decide, those moments that we were part of, they need to continue. They need to extend. And that's tough. That involves some serious courage. That involves like sacrifice and suffering and recognizing there's going to be people that aren't going to like you saying that. There's going to be people that come against you, that are going to take your intentions the wrong way. And we have to believe that's important enough. Those conversations are important enough to do it anyways. Martin Luther King did. He believed it was important enough to sacrifice his life to be on that bridge, to be battered on the bridge. So I want to continue to invite you guys into that work of being a bridge person. Oh, Alexa's going off. Okay, so I got to peace out. So here's things I would say for next steps. I don't really have clear next actions other than I know that there's supposed to be a peaceful protest going on downtown Grayslake on Center Street Thursday, 12 to 2. It's run by nothing but a handful of students, so it's the young folks. I would encourage any folks that can be there to come and just help make sure that it maintains its peaceful nature, trying to bring change and awareness. I would say follow Kneel for 9 on Facebook, facebook.com/Kneel for 9. That's the organization that we are part of, Blessing. I would also say follow the organization that I'm a part of, the Unshackled Network, on facebook.com/Unshackled Network or unshacklednetwork.org. If you go to unshacklednetwork.org/Kneel for 9, you also see some resources for racial reconciliation. I got to peace out though. The pasta's done and my wife's half Italian, so we do it al dente. Can't let it overcook. Peace out. Love y'all. Keep doing the work.